without booze can feel terrifying. I've been there, the wooden legs on the dance floor. But it's only if you believe that you need alcohol to be accepted, right? It's only when you are thinking too much about what other people think about you. But the truth is, most of us are just afraid most of the time of looking stupid. We don't want people to see the real us. But weddings are the perfect place to be seen, to be bold, to be beautifully, powerfully different, to be a striver. Beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been to a wedding, looked around and thought, fuck me, I'm the only one here not drinking? Well, that moment when you feel like you are the odd one out, like you're the weirdo with the sparkling water while everyone else is raising their champagne flutes. Well, I've been there too. But today, I'm going to show you how that moment, yes, that moment isn't something to dread. It is your stage. Let's turn that fear into fire. Hello, everybody. My name is Lee Davy. I am not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, and I spend every waking moment of that life helping other people do the same and drinking tea. Love a good cup of tea in the morning. Today, we are going to talk about weddings because let's be honest, they can be a bit of a fucking nightmare, right? There is booze everywhere. You're sitting next to people you didn't choose to. There's massive pressure to toast the bride and the groom, to dance, to loosen up. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's a part of you screaming, I don't want to be here. And do you know what? That part has a point. Because if you do walk into a wedding with a mindset soaked in fear, scarcity, and overwhelm, guess what you're going to get? It's like the universe says, you want some misery? Here you are. But what if you flipped it around? What if you walked into the room thinking, this is a celebration of love, and I'm going to meet it with love? What if you let go of the pressure to conform and leaned into the joy and vulnerability? Even the dancing, even though that feels awkward, right? Dancing without booze can feel terrifying. I've been there, the wooden legs on the dance floor. But it's only if you believe that you need alcohol to be accepted, right? It's only when you are thinking too much about what other people think about you. But the truth is, most of us are just afraid most of the time of looking stupid. We don't want people to see the real us. But weddings are the perfect place to be seen, to be bold, to be beautifully, powerfully different, to be a striver. Okay? So have a think about that. We're going to have a break. Something else for you to think about. What do you want to be, or who do you want to be when you walk into that room? Someone hiding in fear, or someone radiating joy, authenticity, and power? Press the pause button and have a think about it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the 1000 Days Sober podcast. We are talking about weddings. I was going to say the nightmare of weddings then, but they don't have to be a nightmare. That's the thing, right? We just get it into our head that it is going to be really difficult. And it doesn't have to be, right? And here is how to handle weddings like a striver, like a self-led badass, right? Number one, make allies in advance. Do your homework. Find out who is going ahead of time and who in that group is not drinking. And then ask the wedding party if they can seat you with them, right? So make sure in advance you're seated next to people who don't drink alcohol. Or you will have friends and family who kind of like are in different positions on the alcohol spectrum, right? On the alcohol spectrum, you have your granny who never drinks at all. And then at the other end, you have Uncle Pete who just gets absolutely smashed and acts like a dickhead. And in between there, you'll have people on different levels of the spectrum. Choose the people you know you can handle when they're not that drunk, right? And ask if you can sit next to them. Weddings have assigned seating. Don't forget that. So ask ahead of time, right? One alcohol-free as fuck ally can make a hell of a difference, because usually, even though there are so many people in the room, we do tend to just clamp onto one person and talk to them all night, right? Number two, Prepare emotionally. Really, really important. If you're feeling really anxious, triggered, overwhelmed, do the work before you go to the wedding, right? Talk to those parts that are freaking out, that are overwhelmed. Let them voice their fears. Offer them some compassion. Get into self. A little prep work goes a long way. I have a lot of strivers. They come to me before these events and say, "Hey, Lee, can I have a session? Can we get online and you can guide me to talk to my parts that are really freaking out?" And it really makes a huge difference for them, right? Number three, build your trigger toolkit. So you're there, you're at the wedding, you've done all the pre-work, but you still get that urge to drink, right? Have 5 tools ready, 5 things you know you're going to do before you drink. Like, because if you drink, right? It's not the end of the world. Shit happens, right? But let's make a vow, right? It's a stronger vow to say I'm going to do these 5 things before I drink than it is to say I'm not going to drink, right? So it's really important. Maybe like do some breath work. Maybe do some tapping, right? Like, even though I want to drink right now, I'm a beautiful human being. Maybe have a mantra in your wallet that you take out and you look at when you're feeling a little bit lost. Maybe you've got a friend on speed dial like me that you're going to call when you feel really struggle. Often say that to my strivers. Just let me know if you're struggling. Give us a shout and we'll have a talk and I'll talk you through it. Or just get into the toilet and talk to your parts. Use these before even considering saying yes to alcohol. Number 4, have an exit strategy. Not everybody is triggered when they go to a wedding. I'm a striver. I'm alcohol free as fuck. I don't get triggered to drink ever. So when I'm at a wedding, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me when I'm at a wedding is being around dickheads who are drinking, right? I just get fed up. And to be honest, I get a little scared because I can't trust people who are drinking. My nervous system just doesn't trust them. So if you're like me, you might not want to be surrounded by drunks, right? So plan your exit. Stay for the ceremony, stay for the dinner, then bounce. Get the fuck out of there. You're not obliged to stay until people are falling all over themselves and breathing shit and telling you that they love you in their ear and spitting all over you, right? And to be honest, in my experience, when you leave, nobody gives a fuck. Drinking alcohol is a very selfish pursuit. People don't even know you've gone, right? When you're saying goodbye, people don't care. They're just all about themselves. So have an exit strategy. Number 5, toast smart. Bring your own fizz, bring your own drink, right? Usually at weddings, the tables are full of wine, champagne. When you go into a wedding, they give you champagne as soon as you go in there. Plan ahead, have sparkling water, kombucha, whatever makes you feel right. Don't get lost for something to drink. Look, it's not a big deal for me. It's not a big deal of hundreds of thousands of strivers out there who don't have to drink anything. But for some people, it's really important that they hold something in their hand. So don't wait for somebody to thrust a drink in your hand, right? Be prepared, have drinks in advance, right? Tell the host in advance you're not drinking and you need to be catered for, okay? Don't get caught holding the glass of champagne just because it's tradition, right? It's not tradition if it betrays your truth. Number 6, honor yourself over obligation. You don't have to go. If you feel like you're being alcohol free as fuck will be compromised, stay at home. Or, like I said, minimize your time there, okay? You can still show love in other ways by attending the ceremony, sending a meaningful message, but being alcohol free as fuck does not mean being antisocial. It means being authentic. And lastly, number 7, lead with power. Own your choice. Tell people why you're drinking. Be vulnerable, yes, but with strength. Be the story that helps someone else say one day, if they can do it, maybe I can too. When I go to a wedding, and I don't drink, and people ask me, I say to them, the reason I don't drink alcohol is because it nearly destroyed my marriage. And usually they say, well, did it? And I'll say, yeah, it did. In the end, it did. But I'm really truthful about it because that is the truth. And I'm okay to own the truth because I'm okay about who I am, self and parts. All right. Today's daily vow. Today, I will not drink. I will show up to the world exactly as I am. No masks, no armor, no numbing, no shrinking to make others feel comfortable. I will lean into the joy. I won't hide from it. And I will celebrate love, connection, and truth without the booze. Weddings aren't about alcohol. They're about love. So if you're going to a wedding, remember you're not the odd one out because you are likely the only one who is going to feel it all, remember it all, and lead by example. So don't just attend a wedding, transform it by being the most you that you have ever been. Reflections for today. Take a moment, my dear striver, and reflect on these questions. What part of you is afraid of being the only one not drinking? How might you support that part with compassion and strength? What's the one thing you can do before the wedding to prepare yourself? And who could you talk to in advance to create a sense of connection? Please pause this and share your answers wherever you're listening. Let's grow this movement one honest reflection at a time. That's all I've got for you today, guys. I am going out into the Regan sun for a little bit before recording all day and going out for a team meeting dinner tonight in a Middle Eastern restaurant where I will be likely the only one not drinking alcohol, and I couldn't give a fuck, right? Hopefully one day you will be exactly like me, right? So I hope this episode helps. Weddings are a function of our life. We're all going to go to them. We can't avoid them. So I hope we give you some tips to help you out. If you have any tips on how to navigate a wedding that I haven't covered today, then please tag us right on social media and share your thoughts and comments. Please subscribe to the show so you never miss a beat. And if you are interested in learning more of these strategies, and not just learning them, but actually putting them into effect, which is the key thing really, and you will want to join the Strive Method, right? Our 6-month powerhouse of a workshop, helping you to become alcohol-free as fuck and to live a self-led life. Get to www.thestrivemethod.com and sign up for that. All right. Much love. Remember, do not drink today. You fucking got this. Okay. You've got this. All right. Much love and strive on.